two young men went to college in California. And these two young men, during the summer, went on vacation. Their dream was to go to visit India. And so they packed up their backpacks and put on their blue jeans, and they saved their money, just enough for a ticket to go to Bombay and to Calcutta. And they traveled on the trains in India, going throughout India, looking at the vastness of the country, the second largest nation in the world. And as they drove the train through the cities, they came to the great city of Bombay. They found a hostel where they lived for a week. And every morning they would come out of that hostel and look down at the streets in India, in Bombay, and they saw hundreds of thousands of Indians, people in the streets, and they saw them sleeping on the ground, under the bridges, sleeping under the trees, sleeping in houses built out of cardboard boxes and tin roofs. And they were shocked at the poverty that they saw. They were overwhelmed by the tremendous amount of poverty that was in this area of Bombay. One of them was so overwhelmed, he saw thousands and thousands of people in the streets with bare feet, no shoes on, mud, flies everywhere. And he said to his friend, he said, "Tom, I have never seen so many poor people in one place." He said, "Look at these people. Look at the thousands of bare feet and dirt and mud on those feet." And Tom looked at the same people. He looked at their feet, and Tom said, "Wow, what a shoe business." Tom and his friend went back to California at the end of their summer vacation. They went back to college, and Tom sat in the class and he couldn't get the picture of those thousands and thousands of bare feet from his mind. So Tom began to doodle on a piece of paper, and he was not listening to the lecturer, and he was sketching on a piece of paper certain designs of shoes. He could not get rid of the idea of what he saw, and he designed in the class a pair of shoes on a piece of paper. He took it home and he sketched the design again, and he designed a rubber plastic shoe, took it, got it patented, and then he took it to a manufacturer to develop a prototype, and they designed a plastic shoe, and the cost was 50 cents for the shoe. He then went to another manufacturer and said, "I have a prototype." Everybody say fruit. Tom developed a fruit. One pair of shoe, one design, one prototype. But he took it to a manufacturer and said, "Can you duplicate this shoe design for me?" And the manufacturer says, "Why?" He said, "Because I have a market for the shoe." He said, "What is the market?" He says, "India. I have seen a market in India of thousands and hundreds of thousands of bare feet, and they cannot afford expensive shoe, and I want to produce a shoe that is very inexpensive and cheap, and I believe that I can get a distribution to a market that needs the shoe." And the manufacturer bought his idea, and he developed a business plan and took it to a local banker, and a businessman saw it, and a businessman said, "This is a good idea." And they developed the shoe and produced the shoe, and they began to distribute the shoe to India. within 1 year, Tom dropped out of college because the work became so big he didn't finish school. And Tom in 1 year sold $5 million worth of plastic shoe shipped to India. In 1 year, this young student became a multi-millionaire. The young man who went with him to India said, "Tom, why did you leave school?" Tom said, "Because I had an idea, and the idea worked. I now have my own company." And Tom hired his friend to work for him in his accounts department. Tom became a multi-millionaire, and now he has shoe stores all over the United States. I have bought shoes from Tom's shoe stores in the malls. His last name was McCann. We know his stores as Tom McCann's. He became a millionaire because he saw differently. Here is the moral of the story. One man saw a problem. Another man saw a business. Write this down, please. Every problem is a business. Every problem is a business. Every business is someone's solution to a problem. Every business is someone's solution to a problem. Tom and his friend remind me of you and me. Some people see bare feet. Other people see a shoe business.